Jean-Paul Belmondo was born on April 9, 1933, in Neuilly-sur-Seine, a suburb of Paris. He wasn't born into cinema, nor did he arrive with a polished pedigree fit for the screen. His father, Paul Belmondo, was a sculptor of some repute, but young Jean-Paul had no intention of following in those quiet, patient footsteps. He was wild, rebellious, drawn more to football and boxing than books or etiquette. By the time he entered the world of acting, he carried with him the scars, swagger, and soul of a street fighter, and the film world wasn't ready for it. When Belmondo attended the Conservatoire of Dramatic Arts in Paris, the institution treated him like an uninvited guest. Teachers derided his looks and dismissed his chances. One told him bluntly, "You'll never have a career in theater." They said he wasn't refined enough, wasn't handsome enough, wasn't conventional enough. But Belmondo wasn't trying to fit in. He was born to stand out. And what they failed to understand was this: he didn't need to play the traditional hero. He was the new kind of hero. Rough-edged, magnetic, and real. He emerged as an icon of the French New Wave in 1960 with Jean-LucGoddard's Breathless, à bout de souffle. It was a film that changed cinema forever, a raw, stylish, rule-breaking declaration of war on traditional filmmaking. And Belmondo was at its heart, a petty thief with charm, intelligence, and unpredictability. He didn't act like a movie star, he simply was. He brought to the screen something that couldn't be taught or faked: presence. The audience didn't just watch him, they followed him, breathlessly. Where others chased acceptance, Belmondo carved a career out of defiance. He refused to be pigeonholed. He danced between avant-garde cinema and commercial success, between gangster flicks and action-packed thrillers. He turned down Hollywood, not out of arrogance, but because he didn't need validation from anyone outside his own instinct. He stayed in France, rooted in his language, his culture, his rules. And in an industry known for safety and illusion, Belmondo leaned into danger. He performed his own stunts, jumping off rooftops, hanging from helicopters, clinging to trains. When most stars insured their limbs, Belmondo put his life on the line to make scenes real. He broke bones, he bruised ribs, but he never faked it. Pain was part of the art. The risk was part of the reward. That was the Spartan way. Take the hits and keep charging. Beyond the screen, he lived with the same boldness. Belmondo loved life. Fast cars, beautiful women, high stakes. But he also loved work, and he worked relentlessly, building a filmography that spans over 80 films. At the height of his fame, he could have coasted, taken safe roles, enjoyed the luxury of being beloved. But instead, he kept pushing. He didn't believe in resting. He believed in earning. And when life struck back, he didn't fold. In 2001, Belmondo suffered a devastating stroke that left him partially paralyzed and his speech impaired. Many assumed he would fade quietly, accepting the inevitable decline. But Spartans don't retreat. They rally. And Belmondo did just that. He underwent intensive rehabilitation and returned to acting in 2009, starring in A Man and His Dog, Un Homme et son Chien. It wasn't a blockbuster. It wasn't meant to be. It was a statement. A quiet, powerful, unflinching statement. I'm still here. He died on September 6, 2021, at the age of 88, not as a forgotten relic of a bygone era, but as one of the most beloved figures in French cultural history. They called him Bébel, a nickname that carried warmth and respect. He was a man who redefined masculinity on screen, a man who never sold out, a man who defied critics, gravity, and time. Jean-Paul Belmondo didn't wear a helmet, didn't ask for permission, and didn't care for polish. He believed in action, in instinct, in heart. He was the punch that landed, the leap that thrilled, the grin that said, "I'll do it my way." He was, in every sense, a Spartan, not because he was flawless, but because he refused to be anything other than himself. Order the Spartan Mindset today and embark on your journey toward becoming the leader your world needs. Let your struggles forge you into a warrior of character and resolve. The Spartan Mindset provides a comprehensive and actionable guide to personal development and resilience. Available now for just $19.99. Purchase your copy from the links in the description box below and on this channel's homepage, because your future begins with the right mindset. The Spartan Mindset.